Hey everyone, this is J-Dog, and I'm here with another video. So if y'all heard, there were some bomb threats against HBCUs. Some racists, or that's what they're saying, because they're saying that this incident was racially motivated. Some racists who have yet to be identified because, according to the FBI, they're supposed to be minors. They made bomb threats at HBCUs, which are historical black colleges and universities. So they were threatening these schools just out of race. And this happened on the first week of Black History Month. We're supposed to be celebrating the achievements of the black community. We have these bomb threats going on at HBCUs. So we're about to read this article from Yahoo News from this individual named Chancey L. Korn. The persons of interest identified by the FBI are all tax-savvy juveniles who have been discussing how they make calls to the schools receiving threats, according to MSNBC. Federal investigators have 6 identified persons of interest connected with their investigation into a series of bomb threats made earlier this week at HBCUs across the nation, according to MSNBC, which is, according to MSNBC. That's what I meant to say. At least 13 historical black colleges and universities confirmed receiving bomb threats on Tuesday, as previously reported by The Grio. Another 6 received similar threats on Monday. And this is just saying, for someone named Phil News, the FBI has identified 6 persons of interest who are suspected of making the bomb threats to HBCUs across the country. All persons of interest say to be juveniles who appear to have a racist motivation. Yep, these were non-blacks, probably most likely white, but let's say non-blacks, because anyone who is anti-black racist, anyone who's non-black could be anti-black racist. But yeah, most likely they're white, but yeah. The persons of interest recently identified by the FBI are tech-savvy juveniles who have been discussing, I just said all that, discussing how they made calls to schools receiving threats. NBC News correspondent Ron Allen told MSNBC on Wednesday they appear to have a racist motive, Allen said, citing a senior FBI official. Allen emphasized that the persons of interest are not suspects yet. It's unclear how far the case goes against them, or if there's going to be an arrest anytime soon. There needs to be an arrest. More than 20 FBI field office across the county are involved in the HBCU bomb threat investigation. The Bureau said in a statement on Wednesday these threats were being investigated as racially, ethnically motivated, violent, extreme, and hate crimes, the FBI said. We are working closely with our local, state, and federal law enforcement partners, coordinating with the targeted institutions and meeting with economic and faith leaders to share information. They need to catch these bastards so they can throw them underneath the jail or worse. Several HBCUs were forced to shut down their campuses after receiving threats on Monday and Tuesday. Some shifted to virtual classes while investigators conducted sweep of locations where bombs were supposed were supposedly planted. No explosives have been found at any of the HBCUs that received threats, the FBI said. White House staffer and President Joe Biden have been monitoring the investigation. I'm taking that with a grain of salt, though. Press Secretary Jen Psaki told reporters on Monday U.S. Reps Adam Schiff and Andre Carson. All right, that's Democrat of California, Democrat Indiana, I believe, told the Grio via email on Monday that they have requested more information about the bomb threats from the FBI. There is no denying the surge of racially motivated violence extreme and the threat it posed to our nation. The lawmakers told Grio in a joint email statement, "We will remain focused in ensuring that all appropriate resources are utilized to identify and prosecute the perpetrators of these threats and to combat the scourge of white supremacy, violence, and terrorism." The FBI is asking members of the public with information about the bomb threats to report it to law enforcement, call a local FBI office, or send their tips to tipsfbi.com. The Grio is now, okay, this is talking about the Grio. So they have not identified, they said there were 6-person interest. They're not even sure if they're the real suspects, but they're persons of interest, meaning they may know something about the case or may be involved with the case. Allegedly. You know why we have to go with allegedly. But if it turns out that these people are the ones who did it, then they need to be charged, and then they need to be tried in court or just sent to prison immediately and thrown underneath the jail. The reason why HBCUs were originally invented because black people in the past couldn't go to some of the PWIs, and but the reason why a lot more black people are starting to come back to some of these HBCUs is because of the racism that's going on with PWIs, especially some of these athletes, with more black athletes starting to realize the purposes of HBCUs, and a lot of black athletes have been going to HBCUs, helping the HBCUs out and help motivate people to return back to the HBCUs. And I bet you that some of these bomb threats were made because the PWI sports programs were at risk if more black athletes start going to the HBCUs instead of the PWIs. So this could be way bigger than just some 6 people responsible with, or possibly responsible with just calling bomb threats. This could be an even bigger, and I mean bigger, situation that's going on, and race plays an even bigger part. Racial attacks, the signs of a race war could all be the bigger picture of what's going on. The HBCUs already had to deal with the fact that Joe Biden cut their funding. Now they got these bomb threats going on. Yeah. The Biden administration says they are concerned. Earlier, and I find it strange because and take it with a grain of salt, because last year the same Biden administration cut the funding of HBCUs, and I wonder why. I didn't hear about any other schools having their fundings cut. And you know that the reason why they're saying that they care about these HBCUs. It's because they need the students to become voters for the Democrat or Demon Rat Party. And I bet you some Republicans are trying to say that they're concerned too, so that they can get some black people to vote Republican as well. This is why black people needed their own anti-hate crime bills like you gave the Asian community. Yeah, Jim Crow Joe. Now, is this going to motivate you to finally make some new policies that protect black people for once? Or are you going to just keep denying us tangibles? I'm talking to you, Biden administration. Where's that cause of we need harsher punishment on those who attack black people? We need stronger hate crime bills to protect black people from threats and stuff like y'all gave other groups like the Asian community and the LGBT community. Where's our policy? Where's the policies that will help the black community? Protect us from stuff like this. But anyway, that's all I have to say about this video. I'll leave a link to this article for you to read at your own time if you're interested. But that's all I have to say for now. Make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Hit that notification bell. And also follow me on my different accounts for you to follow me on. That's it for now. This is J-Dog. Thank you for watching, and I hope to catch y'all in another video. Peace, everyone.